Alright, so let's get right into it. Want to know the secrets of financially successful people? You see them, you wonder how they did it, and maybe you think it's some complicated Wall Street wizardry or a lucky break. But here's the thing I've learned, and what I really want to share with you today. It's usually not about some hidden, complex formula. More often than not, it boils down to straightforward, consistent habits. These aren't habits reserved for the elite or those who got a head start. These are practical, actionable steps that literally anyone, and I mean anyone, can start implementing today, right after watching this video. These habits are the foundational building blocks for creating a solid financial future. Think of it like building a house. You need a strong foundation before you can even think about the fancy rooftop terrace. We're talking about the bedrock principles that, when practiced diligently, can completely change your financial trajectory. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about building sustainable wealth and financial peace of mind. I've seen these work time and time again, not just for others, but in my own journey. And that's why I'm so passionate about breaking them down for you. So if you're ready to stop wondering and start doing, stick with me. We're going to go through 5 key habits that financially successful people swear by. These aren't just theories, they are practical strategies. And the best part? You don't need a finance degree or a ton of money to begin. All you need is the willingness to learn and the discipline to apply these principles. Get ready to take some notes, because these habits have the power to genuinely transform your relationship with money and set you on the path to achieving your financial dreams. Let's smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and dive in. Okay, first up, and this one is absolutely non-negotiable in my book, is budgeting consistently. I know the word budget can sound restrictive, like you're putting yourself on a financial diet where you can't have any fun. But trust me on this, that's the wrong way to look at it. A budget isn't about limiting yourself. It's about empowering yourself. It's about understanding exactly where your hard-earned money is going, down to the last dollar, so you can make conscious decisions about your spending. When you track every dollar, you gain an incredible amount of control. It's like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see everything clearly and navigate without bumping into things. This clarity is the first step to taking charge of your finances. So how do you actually do it? Honestly, it doesn't need to be complicated. You can use a simple spreadsheet. I used one for years. Or there are tons of great budgeting apps out there like Mint, YNAB, or Personal Capital that can automate a lot of the tracking for you by linking to your bank accounts and credit cards. The tool itself isn't as important as the habit of consistently using it. Pick one that works for you, and commit to checking in regularly, daily or weekly at first, then maybe less frequently once you get the hang of it. The goal is to create a plan for your money, allocating funds to your needs, wants, savings, and investments before you start spending. It's about being proactive, not reactive. The real magic of consistent budgeting happens when you start seeing the patterns. You'll quickly identify areas where you might be overspending without even realizing it. Those daily coffees, the multiple streaming subscriptions you forgot about, or impulse buys. This information is gold because it allows you to redirect that money towards things that truly matter to you, like paying off debt, saving for a down payment, or boosting your investments. It reduces financial stress because you're no longer guessing where your money went, you know. And that knowledge, that control, is an incredibly powerful feeling. It's the foundation upon which all other good money habits are built. All right, habit number 2. And this one is a game changer. Especially over the long term, financially successful people consistently live below their means. This sounds simple, right? Spend less than you earn. But you'd be surprised how many people, regardless of their income level, struggle with this. It's not about being cheap or depriving yourself of everything enjoyable. It's about making intentional choices and understanding that the gap between what you earn and what you spend is where your wealth is actually built. That surplus is your power. It's the money you can use to invest, save for big goals, or create a financial safety net. If you're spending every dollar you make, or worse, spending more, you're on a treadmill, working hard but not getting anywhere financially. One of the biggest traps here is lifestyle inflation. As your income increases, it's so easy to let your expenses creep up right alongside it. You get a raise, so you upgrade your car, move to a bigger apartment, or start dining out more frequently. While enjoying the fruits of your labor is fine, if your spending consistently matches or outpaces your income growth, you're not actually improving your financial position. The key is to consciously decide how much of that raise will go towards lifestyle improvements and how much will go towards accelerating your financial goals. It's about prioritizing long-term financial freedom over short-term gratification. Think of it this way. Every dollar you don't spend on something unnecessary today is a dollar that can work for you tomorrow. So, how do you practically live below your means? It starts with that budget we just talked about. Once you know where your money is going, you can identify areas to cut back. Maybe it's cooking more meals at home instead of eating out, finding free or cheaper hobbies, negotiating your bills, or thinking twice before making impulse purchases. A huge one is avoiding consumer debt, especially for depreciating assets like cars or trendy gadgets. If you have to borrow money for something that loses value, it's often a sign you can't truly afford it. It's about being mindful and making conscious choices that align with your long-term vision, rather than societal pressures or keeping up with the Joneses. This habit isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. The freedom that comes from not being a slave to your expenses. Now for habit number 3. And honestly, this is where things get really exciting because it's how you make your money start working for you. Investing early and regularly. I really cannot stress enough the incredible power of compound interest. You know, Albert Einstein supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world, and for good reason. It's essentially your earnings generating their own earnings. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger at an accelerating rate. The earlier you start investing, even with small amounts, the more time compounding has to work its magic. Time is seriously your greatest ally when it comes to investing. A lot of people get intimidated by the idea of investing. They think it's only for the wealthy, or that you need to be some kind of expert stock picker. That's just not true anymore. Thanks to things like low-cost index funds and ETFs, exchange-traded funds, investing has become incredibly accessible. These funds allow you to invest in a broad basket of stocks or bonds, diversifying your risk without needing to research individual companies. And the best part? You can often start with very little money. Platforms like Fidelity, Vanguard, or even apps like Robinhood or M1 Finance have made it easier than ever. The key is consistency. Don't try to time the market. That's a fool's game. Instead, commit to investing a certain amount regularly, like every month or every paycheck. This is called dollar cost averaging, and it helps smooth out the bumps of market volatility. The long-term impact of investing early and regularly can be absolutely staggering. Even modest, consistent contributions can grow into a substantial nest egg over decades, thanks to the power of compounding. We're talking about potentially hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars for your retirement, financial independence, or other long-term goals. It requires patience, discipline, and a long-term perspective. There will be ups and downs in the market, that's guaranteed. But historically, over the long run, the market has trended upwards. By staying the course, reinvesting your dividends, and consistently adding to your investments, you are building a powerful engine for wealth creation. Don't wait for the perfect time to start, because that time is now. Habit number 4 is all about knowing where you're headed, setting clear financial goals. Think about it. If you get in your car without a destination in mind, you'll just drive around aimlessly, wasting gas and time. The same is true for your finances. Without clear goals, you're just drifting. Financially successful people understand that having specific, measurable objectives is crucial for staying motivated and focused. These goals act as your financial GPS, guiding your decisions and helping you navigate the path to where you want to be. A vague wish like "I want to be rich" isn't a goal, it's a dream. A goal is "I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house within 2 years." See the difference? The best way to set effective financial goals is to use the SMART framework. That means your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break that down. Specific, clearly define what you want to achieve. Measurable, how will you track your progress? Quantify it. Achievable, is the goal realistic given your current situation and resources? Stretch yourself, but don't set yourself up for failure. Relevant? Does this goal align with your overall values and financial vision? Time-bound. Set a deadline. This creates a sense of urgency. You should have short-term goals like building a $1,000 emergency fund in 3 months, mid-term goals like paying off a credit card in 18 months, and long-term goals such as retiring with $1 million by age 60. Once you've set these SMART goals, write them down. Seriously, the act of writing them down makes them more tangible and increases your likelihood of achieving them. Put them somewhere you'll see them regularly, on your fridge, as your phone wallpaper, in your budget spreadsheet. Review them periodically, maybe monthly or quarterly, to track your progress and make adjustments if needed. These goals will become the driving force behind your financial habits. When you're tempted to splurge on something you don't need, remembering your goal of saving for a down payment can provide the motivation to resist. Your goals give purpose to your budgeting, your saving, and your investing. They transform financial management from a chore into a purposeful journey. And finally, habit number 5, which I believe is one of the most underrated yet incredibly powerful habits: continuous learning about money. The financial world isn't static. It's constantly evolving. New investment products emerge, tax laws change, economic conditions shift. Financially successful people understand that they can't afford to be ignorant or complacent when it comes to their money. They make a conscious effort to improve their financial literacy on an ongoing basis. Think of it this way: your financial knowledge is one of your greatest assets, and just like any asset, it requires ongoing investment and maintenance. Ignorance in finance can be incredibly expensive, leading to poor decisions, missed opportunities, or falling prey to scams. So, how do you continuously learn about money? The good news is, there's a wealth of information out there, much of it free. You can read books on personal finance, investing, and wealth building. There are so many classics and new releases. Listen to reputable podcasts while you're commuting or working out. Follow trusted financial educators and news sources online, but always be critical and do your own research. Consider taking online courses on specific topics that interest you, like real estate investing or options trading, if you want to dive deeper. Don't be afraid to learn from the mistakes of others, and even your own. Every financial decision, good or bad, offers a learning opportunity if you're willing to reflect on it. The more you learn, the more confident and empowered you'll become in managing your finances. You'll be better equipped to make informed decisions, to ask the right questions when dealing with financial professionals, and to spot red flags. Continuous learning helps you adapt to changing circumstances and seize new opportunities that you might have otherwise missed. It's not about becoming a financial guru overnight. It's about committing to being a lifelong student of money. This habit underpins all the others because the more you know, the better you'll be at budgeting, living below your means, investing wisely, and setting effective goals. It's an investment in yourself that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. So there you have it. 5 powerful habits that can genuinely make you rich, or at the very least, financially secure and free. Budgeting consistently, living below your means, investing early and regularly, setting clear financial goals, and continuously learning about money. These aren't complicated secrets. They are fundamental principles that, when applied with discipline and consistency, can completely reshape your financial landscape. Remember, the journey to financial success isn't a sprint. It's a marathon, built one good habit at a time. The amazing thing is that you don't need to wait for some perfect moment or a massive windfall to begin. You can start implementing these habits right now, today. Pick one habit that resonates with you the most and focus on incorporating it into your life this week. Then, gradually add the others. It's about progress, not perfection. Every small step you take builds momentum and brings you closer to the financial future you deserve. Don't let overwhelm or past mistakes hold you back. Your past doesn't have to dictate your future. I truly believe that everyone has the potential to achieve their financial goals. It takes commitment, it takes discipline, but the rewards, financial peace, freedom, and opportunity, are so incredibly worth it. So I want to encourage you. Start building these habits today and watch your financial future transform. If you found this video helpful, please smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe for more content on how to manage your money and build wealth, and let me know in the comments below which of these habits you're going to start working on first. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.